Take a look at your screen. A very emotional time there as an American arrested in the Caribbean for illegally carrying ammunition received a suspended sentence Friday. That's according to a spokesperson for the Turks and Caicos Islands. And his spokesman said that he was flying back to the U.S. As you can see there, he did arrive late yesterday. Bryan Hagerich was sentenced to 1 year suspended and fined $6,700. That is according to Chemo Times, the communication director for Premier C. Washington Masick and the Turks and Caicos government. Hagerich, who does live in rural Somerset County in southwestern Pennsylvania, is among 5 Americans to face similar ammunition-related criminal charges in Turks and Caicos while visiting the upscale tourist destination about 600 miles southeast of Miami. Now, I do want to take you to some comments that were made after he did return home. This is raw and unfiltered.
Oh,
Bryan, congratulations.
just absolutely overwhelmed. There's just so much joy. It's just amazing how just in a matter of 12 hours, my life is just, it's been a complete 180. Looking at 12 years to now, my biggest concern is coaching my kids' baseball games tomorrow, and that is such a relief.
What was it like holding your kids for the first time in 101 days?
We have a lot of catching up to do, a lot of memories to make together. Just so elated to see them. They've been so strong through all this. Our goal from day one has been our kids. And we've just been able to do as much as we can to try to keep normalcy for them. And it's been very, very hard. But just to have them here has been so amazing.
What's the last few hours been like anticipating this reunion?
It's everything. Every emotion you can imagine. You know, as a father, as a husband, to be reunited finally after 101 days, it is, I feel like the weight of the world has been lifted off my shoulders.
What do you make of this experience?
God has a plan. He put myself there. He put others there for some reason. There were so many times that, you know, you feel like you can't overcome it. But there's a plan, and I truly believe that there was a plan for us. And, you know, obviously I'm so thankful to be home here with my family and friends, but we still have 3 other Americans in Turks and Caicos, and you know, I'm equally as excited for them to get home soon, hopefully as well.
What's your message to them and their families?
Keep praying, stay strong. They'll be here soon.
I'm sure you're hopeful that your release, getting out of the country, is a good sign for them.
Yes, we're optimistic. You know, our cases are all very similar, but they do have some differences, but hopefully a precedent was set today.
What can you say about your detention?
It's the hardest time of my life. You know, just being separated from your family as a father, as a provider, and to not be that figure in your family's life, it's a very tough pill to swallow. But have these guys here right now, this is everything.
What about just the conditions?
It was tough. It was tough. The darkest 8 days of my life, even outside of that, you know, you think you're on this beautiful island, but there's nothing beautiful about it when you don't have your family.
Would you go back to Turks and Caicos?
I think we'll be looking for somewhere else to vacation.
What would you like to say to these lawmakers here, all the folks who fought to get you out?
I am forever grateful for everything that they've done. You know, the amount of support to amass the congressional delegation to come down to Turks and Caicos, never in 1,000 years did I expect that type of support. And they played such a huge part in bringing me home, and hopefully the others are soon to follow.
What do you want to do now?
No.
These guys right here, this is it.
We're done.
This is it. So,
Thank you.
thank you all.
Thank you all. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Glad to be back.
Thank you.
Hey, you get a sticker? No way. Let me see. Police officer.
It's really about that.
Any comments at all?
Well,
Yeah, we'd love to talk.
Guy and I are we're just so happy to have them back. Really, like, honestly, it's really about them. You know, it's about the family.
Do you believe the trip to Turks and Caicos made a difference?
Well, I'm sorry, what?
Do you believe the trip to Turks and Caicos made a difference?
Oh yeah, definitely. But we want to be clear that TCI wasn't looking to put 3 away for 12 years, but it just really expedited everything, and now, and we're very optimistic that the other Americans are going to be having just amazing kinds of events like this shortly.
What was it like for you to see this film?
Yeah, this is just wonderful. I mean, the kids, with in their pajamas for the first time in how many months, they all can wake up tomorrow morning with pancakes and stuff. So it's just pretty great.
Congressman, you were there in Turks and Caicos just a few days ago. What's this like for you, seeing the fruits of your labor?
Well, Senator Fetterman and I, we were there on that congressional delegation. It's just amazing to see this happening, because on Monday when we left the island, we weren't sure that Bryan was going to be released with time served. That was the outcome that we were pushing for, so I'm ecstatic that Turks and Caicos did the right thing here. But now we've got to remember there's still 3 Americans that are wrongfully detained on that island, and that draconian law is still in place. So we need to warn other Americans about the dangers of going to Turks and Caicos, and we need to work relentlessly to bring the other 3 Americans home.
Would you advise Americans not to go to the island?
I'd advise them not to go until that law is repealed, until all the other American detainees are returned. Turks and Caicos still has 3 Americans wrongfully detained on the island, and they still have a draconian law in place. Now, they've hired a global PR firm to help spin this story, but the facts are on our side, and the detainees can tell you about how badly they were treated.
Do you think it's because of Americans or just anybody?
Well, non-Americans are treated differently. You have Brazilian citizens that are released the same day that they get caught with ammunition. It's only the Americans that are thrown in jail.
All right, same sentiment from you, Senator. Would you advise Americans not to go to the island right now?
Well, my friend, I feel a little differently about that. I was very encouraged that we were able to meet with the governor, the lieutenant governor, the AG, and ministers and everything there, and they were very clear that there's a lot of different options and circumstances and discretion, and I think I felt really good that this is all going to work out pretty well, and no one was going to be sent to prison or any of that about that.
What about 2 guys, opposite parties working together?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Well, Guy and I are friends, and we're from Western Pennsylvania, just like Bryan. But it's just great to work together and to be a part of helping reunite this family.
Yeah. Politics really stops at the water's edge, and I don't think this is the last time that Senator Fetterman and I are worked together, on either these issues or issues that affect the region of southwestern Pennsylvania. So it was an honor and privilege to work with Senator Fetterman. Senator Fetterman did an incredible job in Turks and Caicos. He powerfully delivered a message that we wanted all the Americans home, and it was an honor to work with him.
Well, and I would say the same about Guy. And I know a lot of us might think that Republicans and Democrats, we have to fight and everything together, but that absolutely wasn't the case here. And I think this is the best part of my job so far. And it's just, but I mean, to see what's happening over our shoulder right there, I mean, that's what this is all about.
Right.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you so much.